The irony is, when you open Synthesis of Yoga, you find the least number of chapters in Bhakti Yoga section. So people think, oh, this is only Jnana Yoga path, this is not Bhakti Yoga path. But the truth of the matter is, without love for the Divine Mother and the Master, how far can we really go? It is a reflection that we have to make. In our path, the Mother and Sri Aurobindo are one consciousness that is embodied in two different bodies. Without him, I exist not. Without me, he is unmanifest. Without him, I exist not, says the Mother. And without me, he is unmanifest. Sri Aurobindo himself has said, Mother has given the practical dimension to my teaching. And when he stepped back in 1926, he said, she is your spiritual mother, and whatever guidance and help you need from me will come through her. And those of us who walk the spiritual path, every step of the way, it is her force and her help that make us walk. And that ability to relate to her with love is the golden key of integral yoga. What is bhakti without prema? Read Narada Bhakti Sutras. Narada says in the very first shloka, bhakti is an expression of prema. So we have to love Mother and Sri Aurobindo, because bhakti puts a certain intellectual distance between us and our gurus. But love, we all know what love is. We have all experienced love in various ways. The moving of the heart, the shedding of the tear, the pang that happens deep inside of us. Do we feel that for our gurus? Have we felt that for our gurus? And more importantly, how do we feel that as we go through every step of the way? It is not that when we do meditation one day or when we hear a talk of Alokda that tears come to our eyes, or on our birthdays. No. With every breath, can we love Mother? With every breath, can we love our Guru Sri Aurobindo? In fact, I might go so far as to say that in our path, perhaps some have successfully developed that love for Mother, but far fewer have even made an attempt to love Sri Aurobindo. Somewhere along the way, we find that Himalayan distance, the grand personality of Sri Aurobindo. But somewhere, can we love Sri Aurobindo? Can we bring out that feeling that we have perhaps for our father to this Guru and say, you hold me and walk with me. You make me walk with you. It is something we have to feel deep in our heart, and in the ethos of ashram, we have people who have felt it. There was a lady who would talk to Sri Aurobindo in the photograph. She saw him, she played with him, she played in his lap when she was a child of 5, and as she grew into the womanhood, Sri Aurobindo left his body, and she was somewhere in Bengal, and that night she had a very frightening dream, and she realized that Sri Aurobindo had left his body. But she had such a beautiful and unique contact with him that in her mind she would hear Sri Aurobindo's voice continuously. Whenever she had any difficulty, whenever she had any situation, she would talk to him and he would answer her back. Now, do you think it is restricted only to her? No. That door is open to each one of us sitting in this room today. The only question is, do we open that door? Do we think of opening that door? I had a senior friend of mine who doesn't live in Pondicherry, he lives in Noida, and he shared with me something very intimate one day. He was reading Sri Aurobindo's one of the mightier volumes, and he fell asleep unable to understand in the afternoon. And as he slept in the afternoon, in that siesta, Sri Aurobindo came to him and explained the passage he was reading. Sri Aurobindo is in the subtle physical, and those who have the capacity can see him there. These are the words of the mother. He is not out of our reach. He is very much in our reach. Can we open our hearts to love him? Can we ask him to open our hearts to love him? And yes, it is possible. And the love for Sri Aurobindo is one of the things I would like you to carry back with you, both as a feeling and as a question. As a question on how do I deepen my love for Sri Aurobindo? They are living. Forget it, 1950, what he left, it's only the physical sheath. He is very much present now. Can we open our hearts to him? Can we ask him to fill our hearts with divine love and love for the divine? With divine love and love for the divine. And say, Lord, Guruji, Prabhuji, be with me. Make me be with you every step of the way. And that is the Bhakti Yoga of integral yoga. It is not a very strange concept. It is not a very abstract concept. It is a living, throbbing vibration of love emanating from our heart for our Gurus.